See, she's the problem. She is the problem.
The WNBA drama has just reached a whole new level. Sophie Cunningham just did something that might destroy the entire career of the biggest bully of the season. With her single shot, with her one signature, Sophie absolutely demolished Jacy Sheldon.
Sophie Cunningham owned Jacy Sheldon from the same game that Marina Mabrey did the massive body slam into Caitlin Clark on.
Sophie thought that she would sign an autograph and fans would just move on. No! Fans went wild because that one signature turned into the most devastating psychological warfare move in WNBA history. And this wasn't just any ordinary signature, this was a calculated move that sent shockwaves through the entire basketball community.
When you get Sophie Cunningham to sign a Jacy Sheldon rookie card with property of, that is crazy. That is crazy. Property of Sophie Cunningham.
Fans didn't just notice it, they went absolutely insane. The internet exploded. The clips are spreading like wildfire across every platform. The reactions are absolutely unhinged. People are calling it the most savage move in WNBA history. Twitter is broken from all the retweets. This is next level drama.
Look, she still owns Jacy. She still owns Jacy.
So for the complete story, stay tuned because we're about to unveil the most savage non-basketball moment the WNBA has seen in years. And if you think this was the most brutal move ever, drop a property of Sophie in the comments below.
Her mortal enemy took out a player. Jacy Sheldon. Caitlin Clark's mortal enemy.
Without further ado, let's dive into it. Last night, Sophie wasn't just playing basketball, she was playing chess while everyone else was playing checkers. She did something extraordinary, but to understand the magnitude of her shot, we need to go back to where it all started.
Thinking to myself, is anybody on this team gonna stand up for Caitlin Clark? Jacy Sheldon grabbing Caitlin Clark all game, clawing.
And it all began with Jacy Sheldon making the biggest mistake of her career. Remember that flagrant foul in June? The woman thought that she could mess with Caitlin Clark and get away with it. But here's what she didn't realize. When you mess with Caitlin, you are messing with Sophie. And Sophie? She's been waiting for the perfect moment to strike back. Because she's not just any player, she's the biggest enforcer of Caitlin Clark.
Later in the game, Sophie Cunningham would take her rightful place as the Indiana Fever enforcer, and I believe took the first step to her becoming the second most popular player in the WNBA.
But what happened next? Nobody saw it coming. Not even Caitlin Clark expected it. Not even Jacy Sheldon herself.
So lads, did any of you guys just see this? I can't believe I haven't seen this up.
Monday afternoon, it was Indiana Fever off day. Sophie Cunningham was at a fan event. She was signing autographs, taking pictures. Seemingly innocent, right? Wrong. This was about to become the most calculated destruction in WNBA history.
Hey bro, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, is anybody on this team going to stand up for? And Sophie Cunningham.
One fan came up to Sophie with a Jacy Sheldon rookie trading card. Just think about that for a second. A fan brought Jacy's card to Sophie's event. But here's when the story gets so much better. The fan asked Sophie if she'll sign it, and without hesitation, without a single second pause, Sophie grabs that pen and writes the most devastating message ever. She wrote, "Property of Sophie Cunningham."
A fan requested and was granted by Cunningham for the 6th-year sharpshooter to sign a Jacy Sheldon rookie card with the phrase, quote, "property of Sophie Cunningham."
That was the moment. Confidence. The sheer brilliance of this move. That was shot of the century. It is what we call revenge at its finest.
Property of Sophie Cunningham. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's...
The moment fans saw it, it just went viral within seconds. The comments are pure gold.
Let's see what some other people are saying, man. Sheldon would now know her place and not poke people in the eye again. Hey, enforcers, man. That's what enforcers do. The Indiana Fever invoking the spirit of the 89 Pistons was not on my bingo card. That's what I'm saying, man.
Someone said Sophie Cunningham is Jacy Sheldon's mother. I mean, the disrespect is immaculate. And you know what fans are saying. They said Jacy's card is more worthy now than if Jacy signed it herself. Brutal. Absolutely brutal.
And this is just some good fun. This is just some good fun. Like nothing more, nothing less. And apparently,
Sophie Cunningham just proved that she is someone this league desperately needed for years. She is the only personality with backbone and the skill to back it up with. WNBA has of now.
Teams, man. Now, I told y'all Caitlin Clark finally got her enforcer. A type of player to stand on business and love her players and respect her players. Feel like Caitlin Clark finally got somebody to stand in her corner and make sure none of the ish that was happening last year happens again.
For the longest time, we have watched players getting bullied, taking cheap shots at superstars like Caitlin Clark, and they used to get away with real consequences. How many careers have been destroyed because of such low-level moves?
Sophie Cunningham, what she brings to the team, and we all know Caitlin Clark has been a huge target for WNBA veterans, for just haters in general. And I'm here to tell you, Sophie Cunningham is not going to put up with the hate and the bullying Caitlin Clark has been receiving throughout the...
Sophie Cunningham is bringing that enforcer mentality to the game. And it is not just about protecting Caitlin Clark or her teams per se. She stands for something even bigger. She is protecting the integrity of this game. Sophie Cunningham won't let you play with the future of basketball, of this game. She would destroy, in fact, demolish you with just a single shot.
Sophie Cunningham had enough, folks. Shout out to Sophie Cunningham. We wanted somebody like this that said, I'm tired of this. I'm trying to step up. It's time to step up. We're not going to get punked anymore. We're not going to get pushed around anymore.
This was the missing link. Sophie Cunningham was the missing link. She is something the WNBA needed for too long. What Sophie just did represents everything that modern sports has been missing. This is real beef with real consequences. Sophie saw an opportunity and took it without a second thought. She just proved that she's operating on a different level than everyone else in this league.
We are going to start being the ones that say, you know what? We're not going to start the fight, but we damn sure.
And the beautiful part? She did it all with a smile. No trash talk, no flagrant fouls, no dirty plays. Just pure calculated move that left her opponent looking absolutely foolish. But here's what makes Sophie Cunningham absolutely untouchable. She's not just the talk of the town because of her savage off-court moments, her unapologetic podcasts, her unfiltered interviews, or her raw statements. She's walking the walk on the basketball court.
Here is Sophie Cunningham is a real basketball player and a hell of a good one. She's been knocking down threes like they're going out of style.
Her back-to-back performances are contributing to Indiana's victories. So she isn't some bench warmer trying to get attention. She is a legitimate basketball star making power moves.
Sophie Cunningham is everywhere. Arby's, walking in. She's best looking woman walking in.
The woman owns her own enforcer and a legitimate basketball superstar. She has been knocking down three-pointers like no one else. As of now, when Caitlin Clark is out because of her injury, when the team needs someone to step up, Sophie is the only consistent Fever player who actually showed up. And that makes her absolutely unstoppable.
She's the only Fever player that actually got on the plane and showed up for the game.
And on a serious note, Jacy Sheldon's WNBA career might be finished after this moment. She is not a relevant player any longer. All she knows is to play cheap shots, assault players on the court, and talk shit about them off court. You don't see any effort in the court. Sheldon has already been traded twice in 18 months, and now she's on her third team.
A keto hip flip. Nothing. She'll turn that thing into Fight Club out there on the court. And I suspect these players know it. You may not want to do that. Don't do that, Sophie.
And when your own trading cards are being used as props at other players' events, that's when you know you are finished. Sophie didn't just sign a card. She signed Jacy's career's death certificate.
My goodness. Now, honestly, I felt like Sophie might have wanted a piece of Jacy after the Caitlin Clark and Jacy kind of scuffle going on, right?
And you know what the worst part for Jacy is? Let me break it for you. She has to face Sophie Cunningham this Friday in Indianapolis. She has to face the same person who signed property of Sophie Cunningham on her trading card. So just imagine her walking into the arena, knowing that thousands of people sitting out there have seen you get completely owned by your opponent. The mental pressure alone might drive her insane. So there you have it. Sophie Cunningham just delivered the most savage and most brutal shot against Caitlin Clark's biggest enemy. She didn't throw a punch or commit a flagrant foul. She, with her one signature, demolished Jacy Sheldon's entire reputation.
I mean, you've been traded, and I don't think you're much of a basketball.
Sophie just proved if you do wrong to Caitlin Clark, she might forgive you, but I won't. I won't let you go without facing the consequence. She proved that she doesn't just own Jacy Sheldon on the basketball court. She owns her legally, at least according to that trading card. What did you think about Sophie's nuclear move? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you want to see more explosive WNBA stories.